This presentation is about digital media and medical professionals, and how medical professionals can maintain professional standards in this new digital world. I'm Cherie Gover, Strategic Marketing and Digital Specialist for CJU Medical Marketing. One of the biggest changes in the medical field has been the real power shift from the highly experienced medical professionals to consumers who have all the healthcare information they need at the tip of their fingers, using the web to investigate everything from healthcare information, from information about their healthcare specialist, the facility they've been recommended to, and to make healthcare decisions. And 80% of all internet users look for healthcare information online, including 44% who look up specific medical professionals. The problem with this huge amount of people who are searching the internet is the amount of misinformation available online about medical conditions. A recent report titled Wiki versus Peer-Reviewed Medical Literature looked at the 10 most costly medical conditions, and it found that 9 in 10 Wikipedia entries on common medical conditions contain factual errors. So the biggest problem is that all these people are searching for information, but they're getting the wrong information because there's nothing else available online. So for doctors who are using online, maintaining professional standards has to be the cornerstone of their presence online, just as it is the cornerstone of their quality patient care. But how can professional standards be maintained in a digital world where there's so much information out there and there's only so much information that you can control yourself? When we talk about the digital media landscape, there's so much available out there. There's social media, which is Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, there's forums, blogs, news sites, and then your own websites and other websites. So to truly own your own content, your own website needs to be at the centre of all this. This is where you can control what is said about you, what you want to say, and how you want to portray yourself in a professional standard. So why should medical professionals have a website? It's a great way to build your reputation and gain credibility online. So we're looking at the first place people search is online. So if they're finding your professional website first off, looking at blogs and articles that you're writing about your area of interest, finding out everything they need to know about you from the one website, there's no need to go further. So your reputation and your credibility is owned by you. You're also building your brand to potential new referrers and service users. So this online presence is really being searched by everyone, not just by end users, but by other GPs, by referrers, by specialists, looking to find new people to connect with or looking up other information. It's especially important for new medical businesses or graduates to be found online. So start building an online presence now. Don't wait till the practice is established. Get your website up running first. Make sure you're being found, and that's part of it. And one of the biggest reasons why you should have a medical website is to be found. So Google searches is one of the most important ways people are going to find you, and so therefore it's really important to have that medical website there. So what should your medical website do? Well, it should be an online resource centre, offering valuable information, advice and new technology news about your particular medical niche or specialty. That establishes your expertise and gains the trust of your visitors. By being this true resource centre, you'll gain credibility with your clients and within the industry. So when they're searching for information about a specific topic or about a specific treatment, your website will be the credible place to go. And you also need to give them a very easy way to get in touch with you. That's one of the main things your website needs to do. If you're a medical practice, a group practice, a specialty, people just need to be able to get in touch with you easily. So what a medical website shouldn't do is to refer to specific cases. It shouldn't breach any patient confidentiality and not offer medical advice. So while we're saying that it should be a valuable resource centre, the point is to educate, not diagnose. So we're talking about very, high-level topics. We're talking about, if you're a skin cancer specialist, talk about way to protect yourself, about UV factors, radiation, how you should be protecting yourself, not specifically how to fix a certain problem. And in terms of maintaining all guidelines, do not include any testimonials and make sure you follow all guidelines for advertising regulated health services. So not all websites are the same, and you don't always need the same website for everyone. A single profile page is a really easy way to start building your online presence. It's a great tool for new graduates or people who have a small profile website who just want to show a bit of information about them and have that online presence. A private practice page goes a little bit further, a bit more information. There could be a breadth of specialties that you offer, so therefore we take it a bit further. A health centre is very much information about where you are, how to find you, and a bit about your specialties. And a clinical website is, again, really we're just trying to make sure that you've got your presence online and that people can find you. Content marketing is really important for your medical website and for building that credibility and for becoming that real resource centre. So content can be anything from blog articles, medical article reviews, literature reviews, technical report interpretations, videos, any multimedia you can create. And what it does is provides a really useful and engaging information for people. So while your website, often you'll set up your website and you'll include all the information about what you do, blog articles or content is where you can address, things that are changing all the time. New reviews have come out, new technology is now available. This is a place where you can talk about that, really easily, not in a, you can be fairly informal in this area, but where you can address these things that are changing in industry. It demonstrates your knowledge of the specialised area that you're in, and it helps really grow that credibility. So content from your website itself is a really shareable tool via social media, which again is helping you to be found on the web. And that takes me to a really interesting topic about social media and the medical industry. Social media has grown exponentially, and in the last few years has been increasing use among medical doctors and students. However, there is an intense debate about the complexity of ensuring medical professionalism in the digital age, and especially on using such an open and massive online service. This year, the overturned Medical Board proposed update to the advertising regulated health guidelines by medical professionals who are going to be held accountable if patients put any form of comment about their service onto their own social media site. So what that means, if you've got a patient who's written on their own social media site, what a great service that you provided, that's seen as a testimonial and you can be fined for that. You may not know that testimonial exists, but however you are responsible. So overall it was overturned, the update. However, it just shows that lack of understanding about social media in the medical professional and the real concerns about it. So when we're talking about social media, some of the main ones that you know of and have heard of is YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus and LinkedIn. But really, not absolutely everything has to be found on social media. So why should I be on social media? Do I have to be on social media? Well, used as a professional tool, it's necessary to consider the different aspects to guarantee that it's safe, useful and legal to utilise social media. So it can open up new ways to communicate with patients, the general public and colleagues, but you really need to clearly distinct personal and professional. So you don't have to be a Dr. Oz to have big influence on social media. This is Dr. Joe, a WA-based social media fan who's, gathered up 31,000 Twitter followers and who really, provides a lot of general information and really interesting information. So medical professionals don't have to be on social media, but there are opportunities there for those who use it well to build credibility, demonstrate your professional acumen, and potentially grow your professional network and patient base. But there are certainly some rules that medical professionals need to adhere to more than other industries. So online, as in your professional life, maintaining professional standards is of the utmost importance for this field. So you need to make sure that your conduct at all time justifies your patient's trust in you and the public's trust in your profession. If you're identified as a medical doctor, any statement must especially reflect good standards of conduct. And any form of inappropriate behaviour can harmfully project onto the doctor-patient or colleague relationships. There have been lots of examples about people posting on social media from medical professionals, including too much information, and therefore they've breached confidentiality, where they've taken to social media to talk about, a colleague or someone they don't like, and all of this has come back, and there's, potentially huge risk to doing this. Setting up a set of social media guidelines is a really important way to ensure that you know why you're taking to social media and how it should be used. So guidelines helps as well if other people are posting on your behalf, other people are helping you with your social media. So these should really be developed up front when you're developing as your social media presence. Content and confidentiality is really important. So confidentiality in terms of patient privacy is of the utmost importance, and also respect the information you're using and content copyright. So, and also remember, what you put up online is probably long lasting. So be really careful what you say online and how you say it. So one of the really interesting and unique things about the medical professionals is your brand is often your name. So how do you separate your personal and professional social media accounts, social media presence? So consider having totally separate social media accounts. So where your personal account cannot be linked to your professional. So a professional account, when you set it up, is a business account. It's not a person, you're setting it up. Even though it may be in your name, it's a business account. Therefore, people, clients, patients can't friend you, but they can like your business. Consider setting up your personal account totally separate. Use a maiden name, an acronym of your name, a nickname. Keep it so your friends know that's you, but try to separate them entirely so they really can't be linked back to each other. And you need to clarify when you're speaking on behalf of your company or institution that you need to clearly state if it's your personal account or if this is indeed a professional account. There's a lot of references online where you can go to more information. One really good one is this AMA Social Media and Medical Profession. It's a great one as well for students who are coming through. If you're interested in exploring the world of digital media and social marketing for your medical business, just give us a call at CJU Medical Marketing and we'd be happy to help.